We are joined by Drake Bell. You got a new movie coming out, a Fairly Odd movie, Grow Up, Timmy Turner. And you got a pretty big part in this, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're taking the cartoon Fairly Odd Parents, which has been on the network now for 10 years. We're celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. And with that celebration, we're taking it to the screen. We're taking it to live. We're making it live action. So all your favorite Fairly Odd Parents cartoons are now, characters are now humans. It's really fun.
That's cool. I mean, that's got to be a experience. Do you have to watch the cartoon and try to base your character off that?
Well, I grew up watching this cartoon, so I was already a built-in fan. So it was really easy to kind of go and play the character, and it was fun because the character on the show is a 10-year-old little boy, and now he's 23 years old. It's Grow Up Timmy Turner. And the reason it's called Grow Up Timmy Turner is because if you grow up, you lose your fairy godparents. So Timmy Turner is doing everything he can to stay a kid. He rides his bike to school. He's still in the 5th grade. He still lives at his parents' house, So everything he can do to stay a kid,
That's cool, and it's got you got some good co-stars in this. Tell us a little bit about who else is in the movie.
Yeah, it's so awesome. I mean, we got Jason Alexander, who plays George from Seinfeld. Everybody knows him, and Cheryl Hines, who's Larry David's wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm. It was really cool. Steven Weber, who's such a talent from Wings and a plethora of other amazing work. And also we got some really great characters, just playing the cartoon characters who just are amazing. But yeah, Jason Alexander and Cheryl Hines play Cosmo and Wanda, so you get to see them in really funny pink and green wigs, and they do a fantastic job.
That's awesome. Is this a movie? I mean, it is on Nickelodeon this Saturday. Is it for children, would you say, mainly, or is it going to appeal to the whole family?
Well, here's the thing, when you watch the cartoon, it's definitely one of those cartoons that appeals to the kids, and then the adults love the show too. I mean, I still watch the show because when you watch, it's like watching Toy Story or something where there's so many jokes there for the adults, for the parents. So, I mean, this is a family affair, I would say.
Excellent. You've been how long have you been doing Nickelodeon stuff, Drake?
Oh, Nickelodeon I've been on for probably going on about 12 years, so yeah, quite a while. Is
it kind of like the Disney thing where they just lock you in, like you're like a Nickelodeon team player now, where you work mostly with Nick? Not at all. It's not like Disney. I just love working for the network, really, and they let me collaborate a lot. I've directed a bunch of the Drake and Josh episodes, directed the movie, got to produce our last Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh. So there's been there's room for growth at the network. I'd love to start creating. I'm about to create a new show for them. There's a lot of stuff that. So as far as being pigeonholed or just being a Nick kid, it's not like when you go over to Disney. Oh, you do what we tell you, and we're going to pay you what you want. I mean, Nickelodeon is a much bigger, I'd say, family. They're not this big corporate head standing over you putting a finger. They really are a family affair. It's fun. Yeah, that's kind of cool, where they're giving you the opportunity to kind of work within the network there. Do you feel the pressure of being like a Nickelodeon kid? Nickelodeon, Disney, both of those, where it's for the family. Obviously, you got to have a pretty good image. Do you feel pressure when you try to live your life outside of work and you're out with friends and you're hanging out? Are you super hypersensitive to never be caught in a bad situation, or have somebody get pictures of you partying? I mean, is that a concern, or is that just how you live your life?
That's kind of that's my life. I'm not really a big partier. I care so much about the work that I do. I mean, I've been, in this business for going on 20 years, so it's just been, it's the craft. I love the craft, and I don't ever really go out and go, oh, I hope nobody sees me at this club or this party, because really, if they do, they see me at a club or a party, I'm going to be hanging out with friends. Just, I'm not going to be stumbling out, passing out in the backseat of a taxi cab or a car somewhere getting pictures taken. I mean, that's just not my thing, So I don't think that it's a conscious effort. I mean, it's definitely always in the back of my mind. Yeah, all right, I am on a kid's show. I do have an image to uphold, because I am I am, kids look up to me. There are definitely kids that are influenced by my actions. So I don't think it's a conscious thing, but it's always in the back of your mind.
What's the big goal for you in the future? I mean, do you want to do more films? I mean, would you be happy at Nickelodeon your whole life? Do you want to be like a leading man in movies? I mean, if you could just imagine 15 years down the road, where would your career be?
I mean, I would love to emulate, a Dean Martin or an Elvis I love entertainment, period, whether it be music or acting or television or directing or producing. I'd love to get into more producing and directing and creating of shows. I love the sitcom world. I've lived there for so many years, in 4-camera sitcoms, so that's kind of like going home. So I'd love to do that. It's really, people always ask, do you like music or acting more? And really, I'm an entertainer. I love all aspects. You can't take one away,
Yeah. You got to keep mixing it up. Well, it sounds like you're doing a fantastic job of that, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again in the future with something else you've got going on. So many irons in the fire, but a Fairly Odd Movie, Grow Up, Timmy Turner. It's this Saturday on Nickelodeon for the whole family. Jokes for adults, great actors, great cast. The kids will love it, obviously. So check out our man Drake Bell Saturday Nickelodeon for the Fairly Odd Movie. Drake, thanks so much for calling in, and good luck, man.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, see you, Drake. Have a good one.
Bye.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.